Hey guys, it's Olufumilala of Kitokuto here again. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscribers, you are very much welcome. And if you are new on the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to like and share my video. I have uploaded the first part of this peplum top. So in this video, we'll be doing the sewing aspect of this tutorial and how I attach the peplum. So if this is what you are interested in seeing, just stick by and stay by. So let's get started. So this is the peplum part of the top, the first peplum of the top. It's a 360-degree peplum top. So this is the measurement I'll be using for the 360-degree peplum top. The waist I'm working with is 37 inches plus 2 inches zipper allowance. Give me 39 inches in total divided by 6.28, which is what we use in dividing radius of a circumference of a circle. So I got 6.2 after dividing the circumference, and I added it with the peplum length I'll be using, which is 8.5, and in total I have 14.7. So that was how I got the first peplum top of this top. I removed my circumference, then measured my length of 8.5 inches. Then for the second peplum part of this top, I want it to be 10 inches long. I calculated it over there. So it will be covering about 1 over 4 of the total weight, which is about 9.5 inches. So I divided that with 6.28 and I got 2.5 added together to the total length of 10.5 inches, which gave me a total of 13 inches. So that 13 inches is what we are going to put on fold on our fabric. As you can see me doing, I'm trying to fold 13 inches on the fabric to cut the second peplum. So if you put 13 inches on fold, you will need to have double of that 13 inches in length to get your circle, to get your full peplum, your double peplum. So this is 13 inches on fold. Then I'll be measuring 26 inches downward. So I've confirmed the 13 inches. So I don't want my fabric to waste. I'm trying to reduce the fabric I folded. So I'll be measuring that 13 inches downward. Then I'll stop measuring it at length 26, so that by the time I fold the second time, I'm going to have 13 inches also on each other, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to cut that out now. So after cutting out, you put it on fold again the second time. Actually, this was how I got the first peplum, and I plan to show you how I got it in the second peplum. So it's still the same process, it's just the calculation that is different. So I'll remove the radius now, which is 2.5 inches. So I'll be removing 2.5 inches all through the radius, then measure my length inches of 10. That is what I'm trying to get there. 10 inches all around from the bottom of the fabric. So you just want to take your time and measure the 10 inches around the fabric, so you don't make a mistake or make any form of, or maybe your peplum will come out not looking like it's supposed to look. Maybe the edges are not well rounded. So I've cut it out. Then I'll be slitting one part. Your peplum, your full peplum shouldn't have a slit if you cut it correctly. So I am the one that just slitted that one now. So I'll be checking the style line on the picture to see where I'll be trimming off on the bigger peplum that is in the front. You know, it's just a part, or this mid part of the peplum that is actually pointed and longer than the under layer. So the other ones by the sides are not as long as the one under. So I'll be using 8 inches for that side. That will be shorter. I'll measure 8 inches all around to like almost get to the center of this fabric. 8 inches, 8 inches. Then I want to confirm the quantity I want for the longer part. So I measured about 8 inches thereabout at the center, then connected it to the 8 inches coming from the side. So I'm going to cut this out now. This is what we are going to use for our the lacy part of the of the style. So I've slitted it, I've cut it out. Then it's time to cut the lace and lining for this now. So this is what you are. I just want to test run what I have, if it's giving what it's supposed to give. So I noticed it's actually looking nice. I've gone ahead to notch the center area too, so that I can know where my midpoint is. So I'm just trying to fold it here to see if it's looking like what I want, or it's looking like what I have in the picture sample. So after folding, I noticed that that part is actually too wide, so I reduce it, then try it again, and it's actually nice. So it's so after trimming it off, you can still make adjustments if what you get is not looking like what the picture or the sample is looking. So you can still trim it off. I'm trying to get the wrong part of my Ankara fabric so that I don't make mistake on the sewing machine. So you just want to go ahead and cut lining and any form of interface you want for that peplum. So this is the for the bustier. I have sewn the bustier. This is the hemi gum I will be using to gum my bustier. So I'm just trying to cut a stripe out, and to make this actually makes the sewing allowance to lay down flat without coming up again. So this is me ironing the bustier of the peplum top. I just I sew it with just half an inch, and I give it a good notch. So I'm trying to press it here. Your bustier needs a very good pressing. If you didn't press it well, it won't come out nice. So you just want to press it to so well with a steam iron. And I've said if you don't have a steam iron, you can actually wet this with a water can. You can have a water can beside you to wet it. So you need a whole lot of steam to get this well laid. So I want to take my time now to iron it so well. So after ironing the wrong side, you also want to turn it to the right side and give it a good press so that both the wrong and the right part is well laid. And don't forget, you must iron this on the ball. You don't place it on flat surface to iron if you don't want your bust here to collapse. So you just want to place it on a round surface or a tailor's arm and give it a good press. So after doing this, I'll be putting my hairstay. This hairstay is very important to keep your bustier well laid even after washing the fabric, so that the sewing allowance won't come up and make it look ugly after washing the fabric. So you want to get the hairstay and fix it on it. So this is the hairstay now. I'm trying to place it on the bustier. You want it to be at least 1 to 2 inches wider than your seam allowance, and you just put the gummy part of it on the surface of the allowance and give it a good press. Then make sure it's not passing the under bust line. Make sure it stop at the under bust line, and from on the other part or upper part, so you make sure it's not longer than where the pad stopped, so that you don't take all your allowance down, and by the time you turn it to the right side, it won't look fine. So this is it. I'll be repeating this process for the other side of the bust there and show you what it's look like after. So you can see what we have after ironing. You can see the copy part, well sculptured, well standing, giving room for the bust to stay. Without bra, you can actually wear this and it will still feel so firm. So this is what the wrong side looks like. I've not cut off the neckline at all. I prefer doing this first before cutting out my neckline. You can see what we have here now. So it's time to cut our neckline and our shoulder slant. So I'll be checking the fabric and making sure the center aligns, the armhole is well matched. You can also pin it down if you are not so sure. So I'll be using neckline of 4.5 inches, 4.5 inches, and the neck depth will be 6 inches. So I'll first remove my shoulder slant of 1 inch and connect this to the shoulder. So my neck depth is 6 inches. I'll be marking that and stop marking at where the 4 inches I was marking from the upper part stopped. So that is 6 inches. It's a kind of four corner neckline. So that is me trying to connect the neckline together to make it a four corner shape. So you just want to take your time to make sure this thing is well connected. So after doing that, it's time to cut it out. So I'm also going to cut off this other part as we'll be replacing it with another fabric, with the same Ankara fabric, so that we can be able to do our style line, so that we can be able to do the style line on this peplum top. So I'll be cutting that part off also. So that is my shoulder slants, my neckline. So I'll be notching the center part of this as we'll be needing it to cut out the lace style line on this design. So this is what we have after removing the neckline and the shoulder slant. So it's time to cut out our style line now. I'll be placing this on a paper first so that any amendment I want to make, I can make it. So I'll be drawing out the neckline we have here with the armhole and everything. I'll be drawing it out on the pattern paper to see what it will give before transferring it to the lace. So I'm just trying, that is me trying to mark out the neckline on the brown paper. So you just want to go ahead and mark your neckline, mark your armhole, both sides, and decide which part will be long and which part will be short. So you can see I'm basically marking out all the shapes on this Ankara design. So after tracing it out, this is what we have. This is the shape we have. So I'll now decide the length I want it to be. I want length 3 inches, but I ended up marking 4 inches because we'll be using 1 inch for sewing allowance, half inch for the upper part to join the lining, then half inch to fold in the lace design at the down parts. So I'll be marking 4 inches all through under this shape. So after marking, you just want to go ahead and connect these dots with a curve line. With a curve line, you just go ahead to mark it round and connect your dots with a curve line. You can see what we have here. It's already looking like what we have in the picture. So I am just going to cut this one out now and place it on the lace fabric. So I have cut out the upper part. It's time to cut out the main shapy part of this style. So I'm going to cut it out also slowly so that you don't rip your you don't tear your paper and it becomes useless. So you just want to take it slow and steady and cut it out gently because of the curvy area so that you don't tear your paper. Then I'm going to cut that part off also. So this is what we'll be using now to cut out our lace. You can see the shape we have there. So I just want to place it on the hankara and see what it's looking like. So I think I like it already. So this is the upper peplum layer of the top. I have gone ahead to stick it down with Emi gum. I stick the lace part with Emi gum on the hankara. I fuse them together so that they can be together so that I don't have them shaking all around while I'm sewing. So I've stick them together, they become one, and I've gone ahead to also cut a lining and paper and normal steel, not paper steel. You can actually use paper steel if that is what you can lay your hands on. And if you also have a thicker steel, you can also use it if you want the standing effect to be more obvious. But I want a mid standing effect and I went for normal steel. You can also use the paper steel if you don't want the standing effect to be that much. You can use the normal paper steel. So I'm just going to pin them down, both the lining and the hankara. I'm going to pin it down so that I don't struggle with it while sewing. I'm going to pin it down and take it to my sewing machine and show you what I got after sewing. This is also our bustier part. I've cut out the lace, I've sewn it on it, and I'll be placing the shoulder, the yoke I cut out from it. I will also be replacing it back with Ankara and turn it with my lining, and I'll come and show you what I have after doing this. So you can see what we have after sewing it down. You can see what we have, you can see what it's looking like. I inserted bias strip under the lace. You can see what we have after sewing it down. It's giving what it's supposed to give. It's looking so beautiful, and this is the wrong side. I've turned it with lining and I've give it a good press after joining everything together. So I'll be joining the shoulder with my back piece. After joining the shoulder together, I'll come and show you what I have. I'll be turning the shoulder with the back lining like you can see me doing. I'll be joining the two shoulders together. Then I'll be repeating the same process for this other shoulder too. So what we have left now is to attach our peplum design. I've sewn the peplum design, I've give it a good press, and it's time to attach it. The first one with lace is what will be going in first. So I'll be pinning it down to see what I am able to achieve and see if it's looking like the inspiration. So you can see me pinning it down first. So I don't want to sew it first so that if there is any mistake or any error, I will start losing. So you want to go ahead to get this pin down, check what you have, if it's satisfactory or not, and if not, you can still remove your pin and restyle it. Just play around this, it's very easy. So I just pin the first side, then I want to make my pleat now to see the width or the fullness I'll be getting, if that will be too much or too small. Please, if you have watched this video to this level, please do well to subscribe to my channel and like and share my videos, and please turn on your notification button so that whenever I post a video, you'll be notified and be the first to know whenever I post a video. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. So I'll just pin it down and see what I'm able to achieve. If it's what I like, then I'll go ahead to sew. If it's not what I like, then I'll restyle it again. just want to take your time and do this perfectly so that you don't get to be losing it after. So after pinning this down, I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew it down, attach the sleeve and the second peplum and attach my zipper. I'm going to show you guys what I have after doing all of this. You can already see what we have here without even sewing yet. So see what we have here. You can see how beautiful, well laid the peplum and the bustier is looking. So guys, please subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification button so that whenever I upload a video you get to know, and please don't forget to like and share my videos. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.